the charge over in the Zweite Bundesliga as Werder Bremen and Schalke still remain in the automatic spots. But what's going to happen this coming weekend? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again in a prediction video to next up of us. Of course, we're looking forward to matchday number 32. That's right, over in the Bundesliga 2, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe and keep banging today. All things Rovers related, Bundesliga second tier related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys, under one Rooski. That's right, of course, Werder Bremen and Schalke going back to the Bundesliga as it stands, but don't rule out the likes of St. Pauli and Darmstadt for the time being, of course, who are within touching distance of those top two spots. But who's going to be in the driving seat at the end of this weekend? We'll take a look at it, all of it, in just a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They're the Patreons, boys. But anyway, we're going to jump at the deep end and, of course, revisit the results from this past weekend and see where we all are, of course, in the grand old scheme of things. So here we go. Take a look at it. Of course, it was a zinger chicken dinner between Schalke and Werder Bremen. And, of course, only one side was in it, really. Werder Bremen with a 4-1 win over Schalke. Meanwhile, Regensburg did also lose to Hamburger SV. 4-2 win, 6 goals in that one. They're up to 5th in the table. Is it too little, too late for them? But or can they actually still make a little dart for those top two? St. Pauli did lose to Darmstadt. Of course, Darmstadt, big win for them, up to 3rd in the table. Again, they can actually go top, of course, with a win this weekend and everything else going their way. Meanwhile, of course, a draw between Holstein, Kiel and Heidenheim. Of course, 1-1. Meanwhile, Paderborn with a 3-0 win over Hannover 96. Of course, Paderborn up to 7th again. Too little, too late for them, you would imagine right now. Meanwhile, Nürnberg with a 4-2 loss against Sandhausen. Düsseldorf with a 2-2 draw against Dresden. Erzgebirge Aue with a 2-2 draw against Rostock. And, of course, Karlsruher, also Ingolstadt with a 2-2 draw as well. Goodness gracious me, all the twos. Two little ducks. That's right. Let's take a look at the table. Werder Bremen are running away with it at the moment. 57 points on the board. They're, of course, 1 point clear over Schalke, with 2 points clear over Darmstadt, who are 1 point clear over St. Pauli at the time being. Those are the top 4. Those are the real deals, the real contenders right now. But, of course, things can change and develop for the better or for the worst heading after this match. Of course, at the bottom, though, Ingolstadt looked like they're in trouble. So, Erzgebirge Aue, they look like they're going to go down. Dresden got a bit of work to do in the playoffs as well. That's, of course, the state of play in the table. What about you guys in our own little table? Don't look. I'll try, close your eyes, mate. Close your eyes. But Karl Mucking kicking ass with 5 points on the board. Well done to you as well. What about the chasing pack? Well, they're all in it. Of course, what about the mini leaderboard? Well, here it comes in all its glory. Now, this is from January onwards, and it's actually James Beasley FC are great with 57 points on the board. Of course, 1 point clear of Shepherdmeister, who sits in second spot for the time being. That's, of course, the mini leaderboard. The real leaderboard is bubbling behind the scenes. And, of course, next time we come back around next week, we will have the master leaderboard. And, of course, bring you bang up today with, of course, who's kicking ass into the final month. Of course, if you want to get involved, there's still time to enter cut4/Bundesliga. So you can actually enter now and actually still win a major competition. You could actually win a cash prize if you enter now by completing in the month of May. You need a little bit of luck, but of course it's not out of the question. Next, of course, we go into this weekend's action. Kick it all off with this one: Werder Bremen up against Holstein Kiel. Let's jump at the deep end, of course, coming at you this coming Samstag, of course, 29th of April at the Werder Stadion. Played each other just the one time. Of course, it was a reverse fixture. Of course, we'll get to that in a minute. Of course, Werder Bremen unbeaten the last 5, 58% form heading into this match up against Holstein Kiel side, of course, just won a few past 5 and then 58, 50% form, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Last time around, of course, it was a reverse fixture in Holstein Kiel back in November 2021. Of course, Bremen coming to this on the back of that big win over Schalke at Schalke, 4-1 it was last time around. Meanwhile, Holstein Kiel with a 1-1 draw against Heidenheim. The odds are for this one coming at you. We have 11-4 on is your Werder Bremen, of course, 7-2 is your, and 6-1 is your long shots. That's Holstein Kiel. Going to go with the host here, 2-win for them, and of course, that maintains the top table status heading into the final couple of games of the season. Kicking off forward is Darmstadt up against Erzgebirge Aue coming at you on, where are you? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I missing this one as well? Let's get in the deep end and find that sucker. Darmstadt up against Erzgebirge Aue. Of course, I don't know where it is. Darmstadt, there you are. Up against Erzgebirge Aue, of course. Coming at you, it's scheduled to take place on the 30th of April. That's, of course, a Saturday. Played at 11 times, 2014. 8 wins for Darmstadt, 2 for Erzgebirge Aue, and 1 draw, of course. 2 wins the last 4 games for Darmstadt right now. 42% form over the last 6. Up against the Erzgebirge Aue side, of course, just 1 win. And the last 6, 25% form heading into this match. Last time around, of course, over in Darmstadt, it was a 4-1 win for Darmstadt back in March 2021. Of course, the reverse fixture in Erzgebirge Aue back in November. This campaign was 2-1 win for Darmstadt as well. So back-to-back games, back-to-back wins for Darmstadt over Erzgebirge Aue. They also come to this on the back of a 2-1 win over St. Pauli. Big win for them there. Erzgebirge Aue with a 2-2 draw draw against Rostock as well. Got no odds here on this one. It's in my gut. My gut says a Darmstadt win here. 1-0 win for them to take it to the house on this one. Heidenheim kicking off forward up against Düsseldorf, coming at you also on Saturday, April the 30th. Now, these two sides have played 11 times in 2014, 6 wins for Heidenheim, 3 for Düsseldorf, and 2 draws, of course. Just 1 win and 5, though, for Heidenheim right now. 42% form up against the Düsseldorf side. Unbeaten in the last 6 games, 67% form heading into this match. They've actually won just 2 out of the last 6, however, drawing 4, but maintain that unbeaten stats. Meanwhile, kicking off forward, though, the last time around in Heidenheim was a 3-2 win for Heidenheim. That was back in February 2020. On the reverse fixture, of course, in Düsseldorf, back in November, was a 1-0 win for Heidenheim as well. So Heidenheim unbeaten in back-to-back games over Düsseldorf, stretching into this match. However, they come into this on the back of that draw against Holstein Kiel, of course. Meanwhile, Düsseldorf with also a draw up against Dresden last round. In fact, back-to-back draws for Düsseldorf heading into this match. Of course, the odds here 70-10 is your Heidenheim, of course 21-10 is your 7-4 is your away win, and that is of course Düsseldorf. Tight could go either way. I'm going with the 2-2 draw, and there's some point split right down the middle. And I think I don't know who's going to be happy on that one. It's quite a bit of a damp squib in the end. Meanwhile, St. Pauli need a win up against Nürnberg, of course, coming at you this coming Saturday as well at the Minotaur Stadium. Played the 27 times in 1994, 11 wins to St. Pauli, 6 wins to Nürnberg, and 10 draws for the time being. Meanwhile, just 1 minute 6 for St. Pauli right now, 42% form up against the Nürnberg side, also 1 minute 6, 42% form. Heading into this match, last time around, of course, in St. Pauli, it was a 2-2 draw back in October 2020. The reverse fixture in Nürnberg was the 3-2 win for St. Pauli back in November 2021. St. Pauli, though, unbeaten against Nürnberg over the last 6 occasions, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws. They also come to this on the back of that 2-1 loss though against Darmstadt, with Nürnberg picking up a 4-2 loss against Sandhausen. Of course, both sides needing results and fast. 11-10 on is your St. Pauli, 12-5 is your draw, and 16-5 is your away win. That is Nürnberg. Going to back, of course, Nürnberg here. Surprise, surprise, going against the grain here. As St. Pauli are doing a bottle job, a Rovers-esque bottle job, as the business end of the season comes right back around. Meanwhile, Hannover 96 up against Karlsruher, of course, coming at you this coming Saturday as well. Played each other 19 times in 1988. 10 was at Hannover, 5 was Karlsruhe, and 4 draws, of course. Just 1 win and 6 for Hannover right now, 33% form up against Karlsruhe side. Just what we're looking at here, just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form over the last 6, but without a win in 4. Goodness gracious me. Last round, of course, over in Hannover, it was a 2-0 win for Hannover back in September 2020. Of course, the reverse fixture in Karlsruhe was a 4-0 win for Karlsruhe back in November as well. The away side hasn't won this game since Hannover beat Karlsruhe back in August 2018 in Karlsruhe as a 6-0 win for Hannover in the DFB Pokal way back when. Meanwhile, kicking on forward, what do we got going on? Of course, Hannover picked up a 3-0 loss against Paderborn, back-to-back games and without a goal for them. Meanwhile, Karlsruhe with a 2-2 draw against Ingolstadt. The odds for this one, we got Hannover's 96 even teams for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, and 3-1 is your long shots as Karlsruhe. I'm backing, of course, the host here. 2-1 win for them. Hannover taking 3 points and moving the chains. Meanwhile, Sandhausen up against Schalke. Let's get into this one now. Coming at you at the BWT Stadion am Hamwald. Of course, played each other 3 times in 2012. We've got 0 wins for Sandhausen, 3 for Schalke, and 0 draws, of course. Sandhausen, though, coming to this, just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form up against the Schalke side. Also 1 defeat past 6, 83% form, though, heading into this, of course, picking up 5 wins in the last 6. Last time around, though, in Sandhausen was a 4-1 win for Schalke back in February 2017. That was in the DFB Pokal. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture, a 5-2 win for Schalke in Schalke back in November 2021. So, over the course of the last 3 occasions, what are we looking at here? There's been 9, 12, 15 goals scored from either end. So you're averaging 5 goals a game in these matches. Will they be the same this coming weekend? We'll take a look at it. Sandhausen with a 4-2 win over Nürnberg. Of course, Schalke with a 4-1 loss to Bremen last time around. The odds for this one, then, we've got, what have we got going on? 3-1 is your Sandhausen, 2017 on is your Schalke, and 13-5 is your draw. Back, of course, a 2-0 win for Schalke on the road. 3 points for them, maintaining their top 2 according to my calculations. Kicking off was Dynamo Dresden up against Jahn Regensburg. That's, of course, in the 30th of April. That's right. So a lot of these games are actually on the 29th, which is a Friday. Bizarre. Of course, anyway, played each other 17 times, 2008, 10 wins for Dresden, 14 wins for Regensburg, and 3 draws, of course. Just 1 minute 6. So for Dresden right now, 42% form up against a Regensburg side. Just 1 defeat, 1 win, the last 6 as well, 42% form heading into this match. Last time around in Dresden was a 2-1 win for Dresden back in September 2020. The reverse fixture in Regensburg was a 3-1 win for Regensburg back in November 2021. Hamburg with a 4-2 win over Regensburg last round. That's, of course, just this past weekend, with Dresden with a 2-2 draw over Düsseldorf last time around. Of course, the odds for this one, 13-8 is your Dresden, 11-5 is your draw, 70-10 is your away win. That's Jahn Regensburg here. Going to go with a away win here. Dresden are shite, Regensburg are okay. That's how I see it in the end. Meanwhile, of course, Rostock up against Paderborn. Let's get into the deep end now, shall we? Of course, there you are, coming at you on Saturday, April the 30th. Now, these two sides have played each other 14 times, 2005, 5 wins for Rostock, 6 wins for Paderborn, and 3 draws, of course. Paderborn, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form against the Rostock side. Also 1 defeat at the past 6 games, 67% form heading into this match. Last time around, of course, over in Rostock, it was a 3-2 win for Paderborn. That was in the Dresden Bundesliga back in March 2018. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-1 draw back, of course, in November 2021 in Paderborn. Paderborn with a 3-0 win over Hannover. 96 back-to-back clean sheets for them up against the Rostock side. Back-to-back draws for them heading into this match. The odds for this one then, shall we? We've got Rostock 7-5 for the direction 2-1. Is your Paderborn 11-5? Is your draw? Going to go with the Paderborn here. Losing 1-0 loss. Rostock taking 3 points and moving the chains. And then wrap it up. We have, of course, Ingolstadt taking on Hamburg SV coming out on Saturday, April the 30th. Now, these two sides have played each other 9 times. 2008, 2 was for Ingolstadt, 5 for Hamburg, and 2 draws for the time being last time around. We'll get to that in a minute. Actually, Ingolstadt 50% form, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. Up against the Hamburg side, 50% form, 1-3, and lost 3 over the last 6 games. Kicking on forward, though, last time around in Ingolstadt, it was a 2-1 win for Hamburg. That's back in December 2018. The reverse fixture, of course, the 3-1 win for Hamburg back in November 2021. Regensburg did lose to Hamburg 4-2 last time around, of course, and Ingolstadt with a 2-2 draw against Karlsruher last time around. The odds for this one, though, we've got Ingolstadt 92 for the victory, of course, 3-1 is draw, and 7-4 on is your Hamburger SV. Of course, can they make a push for the top 2? I think they'll win this one. 2-1 for them on the road. Big win for them, of course. Move the chains as well. That's, of course, my predictions for this coming weekend over in the Bundesliga SV. Be sure to get your own picks as well. Cut your force Bundesliga SV. Also, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Of course, it does wonders for the algorithm, does wonders for the channel, and of course, it is free to do that. And of course, it makes me smile by seeing the thumbs up counter go up and up and up. Please do that, and also check out the subscription if you haven't done so as well. But until then, check out the links down below: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, also Patreon, also Discord. It's wide open. It's free to enter. Of course, we'll see you then over the summer when, of course, the chatting will be insane. But until then, I'm out of here.